Today in the channel, we return to a topic that I just talked about in a video not too long ago, so I'll put a link to it over here, where I addressed medium to large slings. And in that video, I talked about several, but I really talked about this MetroRunner from Green Room 136, and I talked about the Kadet. Now this is not the Kadet, this is the Kadet Mini, because as I get into this, of course the buckle's a little loud, as I get into this discussion, it'll make more sense. So putting those two aside, bring those out here a little later. In that video, people suggested I add a couple to the mix. One of them was the Defy Insidious. Well, to make the most direct comparison, I went with the Insidious Junior. And, you know, we'll put up dimensions here in a little bit, but this is the Blaze edition, so it's got bright orange on the inside, so it's really cool. So we'll walk through some of the things that I like and don't like about this one. And also, additionally, Bellroy and Carryology released their Chimera Sling, which was also very cool. And so we have that one to the mix. Now the Chimera is a limited edition, not available unless you get it on the secondary market from other people. I don't know that they're going to restock it, but it would be cool if they did. So originally, I wasn't going to pick that one up, but I ended up picking it up at Huckberry when they released them over there. It was actually in stock for about a day or two. Either way, I picked it up. I've been using this a little bit. I've used this one a little less. Went on one trip with this. Plan to do a couple more, honestly, and you'll see why when I get into this. But either way, we're going to walk through all of the features about these two and compared briefly to some previous ones. All right, getting right into it, two fantastic medium to large slings. Let's really start off with the Defy Insidious Junior. They make an Insidious and Insidious Junior. The Junior at 6 liters really is a direct comparable to these others, and the bigger one is just a little bit, I think 9 liters and a little bit longer. But you'll get the idea from this because it's probably as overbuilt as this one. Now, this one's in ballistic everywhere, super durable, gonna last forever. The inside is a blaze orange material. It's super awesome, super cool, high visibility, and you know I just like that look. Now there is, again, just so overbuilt. Aqua Guard zippers everywhere, and for some reason Defy really likes these glossy Aqua Guard zippers, which I prefer the matte personally, but that's just their style. Top handle on this one, which is just a simple webbing sewn in there, which is cool because you know that was my big headache with the Kadet. But now we have one basically front-ish zipper and a front compartment, no back compartment, and since we're here, the most overbuilt of the buckles and straps. Now it is swappable, so you can flip it if you're a left shoulder slinger versus a right shoulder slinger. It is ridiculously adjustable, and of course a big massive Cobra buckle, which something about the metal on metal contact of that one is great. Definitely the widest shoulder strap in the bunch. So all day comfort, bomb proof, indestructible. If you wanted one that was just the most overbuilt, by far the Defy is the thickest. So here we go, side by side comparison of the Green Room against the Defy. I mean, it is at least probably 25% wider and equally as padded, super cool compared to this. Now a little better handle, I would say, on the Green Room, but otherwise, again, I do like the features on this Green Room, so it's not going away, but this one just total bomb proof. If you wanted one sling to add to your kit going single bag and needed a little extra capacity, this one or its Insidious would be probably strong contenders. Now, just simple Velcro to swap the sides if that's what your mode was. Of course, seatbelt material in there. Again, just super overbuilt. Additional D-ring to clip some other stuff. Again, to swap it. Nice little Defy logo there. Additional little ring here at the bottom. If you wanted to cross body this sucker, you would be able to do that. Now, front pocket. Oh, and then before I get into it, some additional webbing on the front if you wanted to hook in some other things, carabiner, you know, what have you. Now inside this pocket is a nice little key loop clip to put something else on there, 2 drop-in pockets and a main compartment. And you know, these are the exact size of a field notes. Put 2 of them in there. Something else, this is probably the area I would dedicate for my phone. Probably screen out because that clip, I wouldn't want to, you know, scratch at least the front of the phone. So that'd be one thing. And again, the big size iPhone Max, of course naked, it's not going to fit in there, but the regular size iPhone would fit in there, no problem. So that's the main compartment, or the front compartment. The main compartment is very, very sizable. Now there's no way you're fitting a 13-inch MacBook Pro, 14-inch MacBook Pro in here. I try to put my 13-inch MacBook Pro and I get everything except this little tiny corner covered. So if you just wanted it in there to lug around, you could, but it's not going to completely close over iPad. But a regular size iPad totally fits in this back slide pocket, because there's a pocket in the very back, which is super nice and cool for you to put some stuff. And then in the front there is 2 drop-ins, a pen holder, and another slot for something else. I just have my pocket knife in there. Not quite, just barely wide enough. You could put the iPhone Max without a case. With a case, probably not fitting in there. But for me, I like the no case look these days, especially built out of titanium. That would be probably the spot for me. Take out the knife first, note to self. Otherwise, I got my Apple Pencil in there. One pocket has the Insta360. This is the X3. X4 is otherwise used. And then the other pocket is about the same, maybe a little bit bigger, so I have a battery bank for some GoPro batteries from Telesen. The other part of the bag, and again, sizable, this is by far the tallest, and is about the same as width, not quite as wide, but big enough for an Nalgene bottle if you want to put that in there, if you want to stay hydrated. This is a GPP1 from Triple Out Design, which they just released a few in X-Pack, so you might want to go check those out. And a garage build gear. So all this stuff just kind of jammed in there, and plenty of room left over. Lots of capacity in this. And again, completely overbuilt, weather protected, not waterproof. Nothing in this world is waterproof, but it does have some excellent protection from the elements, and I just like it. The overbuilt Cobra buckle, just fantastic. Just love that thing. So it's definitely a strong contender in this medium range, depending on how you want to load it out. For me, in camera mode, that one fits perfectly. Now we're switching gears to the Bellroy Carryology. This is, of course, the Chimera sling. This has got a lot of unique features. My only real hang up with it is its general appearance when it hangs on your body. And that is, it's a little less slingy and a little more or less, I don't know, satchel? Not quite sling. But it does really have an amazing set of features that I do love. I did a pack out short video. You could maybe seen this, but the material wise, it's very unique, very Bellroy. It's got a synthetic ripstop leather on the front of it, which is super cool. It has these unique straps. Now the strap system, very typical to Bellroy. Not only are these nice little handles on the side, but if it's not completely full, when you pull this, it just kind of pulls the bag together. So that's kind of like your built-in compression. When you're hanging this bag around, it's just kind of keeping it all nice and tight, which is a nice standout feature. AquaGuard zippers on this, on the top, the back, and the front. Now the front pocket, you know, I'm glad it is, because it's going to trap some moisture in there if it's raining. One front pocket, a back pocket, and the main compartment. The front compartment has some organization. And I just have my field notes in there. It's got also a little key with a very quality made metal hook in the front, so you can keep your keys attached. 2 drop-in pockets. Now here I just have simply the DJI mic for on the go recording, and then some batteries for the Fuji camera in the front. So there's how I do that. Probably going to keep the pen in there, but the pen is in a slot on the inside. So that's kind of my grab and go. What am I gonna need quickly? There. The back pocket is solely dedicated, at least in my world, to my phone. So there we go, boom. iPhone fits in there perfectly when I'm on the go, if I don't want people to just grab it out of my pocket. Now the top main compartment, more of an aft zipper situation, has two zippers on either side. They're opposing zippers. Get into it from one side, or if you're gonna prefer mostly the other side, there you go. That's just one thing about the zippers. You can never get it fully open, but you can get it more open on one side depending on where you are with the zipper situation. So anyway, from this side of the bag, again, you can kind of open it up fully, and they have these two side little drop-in pockets, which for me is a nice little place to hide, in this case, DJI Pocket 4 little battery base. I slide that in one side, and normally on the other side, I have this little tripod base that just disconnects. So I'll put that on the other side. But what I also like about this is it's wide enough that I can keep this entire thing with me, because when I'm out on the go, I just roll with the DJI Pocket 3. I use this little tripod attachment and the base as just a little bit longer selfie extension for the camera. Either way, that's what I use that for when I'm running and gunning, shooting a video on the road. Now, and it fits perfectly across this bag. Now inside also can fit my camera, and what I love to do in this one, because it's a little deeper, it also allows me to put the cap the half cap from Evergoods, loaded with additional camera accessories in here. And so that one just fits easily at the bottom, pretty much perfectly, with stuff in these side little pockets. It fits very nice. Now, if I didn't put that in there, and in my video, my little packing video, I showed that you can also fit one of these smaller Nalgene's, which this one is 14 ounces, a little bit bigger without that. So that one fits. If you want to stay hydrated on the go, the smaller Nalgene definitely fits inside. Other than that, pockets that we have one on the front and one on the back. The one on the front is a perfect sunglasses pocket for when you're moving. It's inside and protected. Don't even really need the case. Here we got a little label in the front, talks about that. And then on the inside of this back pocket is normally where my field notes fit. Otherwise, I just have some other little camera accessories and some JB outside patches. So find me in the wilderness and there's a JB outside patch waiting for you. Also inside there is a very nice little Chimera logo in there. Pretty cool. Huh? Yep. Also in the back, you'll have a nice little pen pocket. A pocket knife pocket and a pen pocket. So to get to that one, easier access. Let's open the other side. Boom, you can see that a little easier now. And I just have big idea, little tiny titanium pen. And then I normally have my knife in there, except when I'm traveling, don't travel with a knife. So there you go. That is the inside of the Chimera Sling. Now, dimensions wise, let's get out and do some general comparisons so you can kind of see where this one fits. So here you go. Here's some dimensions right here. And you can see generally all in the same category of volume capacity. The Kadet Mini is actually 5 liters. The bigger one is 9, so it's a little bit too big for this category. The other ones are 6 liters. The tallest one is obviously the Defy Insidious Junior. The widest, longest one really in this category is the Green Room. So other than that, right about the same level of features. Now the shoulder strap, which I didn't mention earlier, on this Chimera is, I think for me, a happy medium in terms of straps. We go super big with both the Defy and the Green Room. This one is nice, I would say adequately padded for all-day comfort, and it has this cool little fidlock buckle, which I'm a big fan of, and it's just quick and easy and easily to remove that if you didn't want to. So it just it kind of depends on how you're going to use this. I think for me, on the go, on and off, around town, the best of these right now for me is the Chimera. I just love it. But my second choice probably is going to be the green room. That's how I kind of stack these up right now. The chrome is nice, but it just doesn't, you know, top handle really bugs me, and I don't ever have a need to put a U-lock. So if you want total bomb proof, definitely go Insidious. Super cool, super awesome. So there you go. One thing that I forgot to mention in my previous video that I wanted to bring up now is that this thing has some nice little hidden Velcro pockets on the bottom of the green room MetroRunner. So there's two of them. What would you put in there? Your Metro card. And you kind of just run this thing along the top, boop, and on your way through your mass transit system with the key card underneath in the bottom part of the bag. I think that's super genius from Green Room 136. So there you go. What do you think? You gonna get one? Do you like it? Definitely try to find this Chimera. I didn't initially dive in on it, but I'm definitely glad I did now because it just fits what I need perfectly. If I'm gonna go more than hip pack, small camera, if I'm definitely bringing the Fuji along, that's usually what brings me out of my boogie bag or hip pack category. I normally have to go a little bit bigger if I'm bringing the Fuji along, and of course I always gotta do some video. So there you go. Like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. More coming soon, including some lightweight go all summer backpacks. So anyway, we're gonna get outside. See ya.